The story of the Tupolev Tu-160 begins in the tense atmosphere of the Cold War, a period defined by technological competition and strategic posturing between superpowers. The United States was pushing the boundaries of aviation technology, developing the supersonic B-1A Lancer with the explicit goal of outstripping Soviet air defenses. The Soviets, facing the reality of their aging bomber fleet, recognized the urgent need for modernization to maintain a credible strategic deterrent. They demanded a new aircraft, one that was supersonic, intercontinental in range, and capable of carrying advanced cruise missiles to project power across vast distances. This wasn't just a simple replacement of existing hardware. It was envisioned as a significant leap forward in aerospace technology, a powerful symbol of Soviet aerospace might and engineering prowess. The competition to design this new strategic bomber was fierce, attracting the best minds in Soviet aviation. Myasishchev and Sukhoi both presented innovative designs, proposing cutting-edge variable sweep wing bombers to maximize performance across different flight regimes. Tupolev, a design bureau with a long and distinguished legacy of producing heavy bombers, entered the fray with a bold design that drew inspiration from their earlier Tu-144 supersonic transport, aiming to blend speed and strategic capability. In 1972, after a thorough review of all the submitted proposals, weighing the merits of each design, the Soviet government made its decisive choice, selecting Tupolev's design as the winner. This decision was a bet on Tupolev's extensive experience in building large aircraft and their significant industrial capacity to deliver on such an ambitious project. While the Myasishchev M18 design was undeniably impressive and offered a unique approach, Tupolev's proven track record of successfully developing and deploying strategic bombers ultimately tipped the scales in their favor. The Tu-160 project was immediately elevated to a top national priority, receiving the full backing of the Soviet state. It was intended not only to restore strategic balance with the West, but also to serve as a powerful showcase of Soviet technological innovation and military might. The development of the new bomber would not only provide a replacement for the aging and increasingly obsolete models in service, but fundamentally redefine the capabilities and reach of Soviet long-range aviation. With the political and strategic imperatives firmly in place, the stage was set for the ambitious creation of what would become the world's largest and fastest strategic bomber. For Tupolev, the challenge was immense: to deliver a technological marvel that could not only match but surpass anything the West had to offer, pushing the boundaries of aerospace engineering. The Tu-160 was destined to become a potent symbol of strategic deterrence, embodying Soviet national pride and technological achievement. Its development and subsequent deployment marked the dawn of a new era in strategic aviation, forever changing the landscape of aerial warfare. With the project green-lit and the stakes incredibly high, Tupolev's dedicated team, a collective of brilliant minds led by the experienced Valentin Bliznyuk, now faced the truly daunting task, a monumental challenge of meticulously turning a complex concept, a mere idea on paper, into a tangible flying reality. The key innovation, the central element of their design, was a revolutionary variable sweep wing, allowing for optimal performance at different speeds, cleverly refined and improved from the groundwork laid by Myasishchev's earlier designs, to perfectly balance both incredible speed and extended range capabilities. To achieve this, extensive and exhaustive wind tunnel testing meticulously shaped the bomber's unique blended wing body design, effectively maximizing both its internal fuel and its crucial weapons capacity. The use of advanced materials, including lightweight yet incredibly strong titanium, alongside high-strength aluminum alloys, was essential for achieving the desired performance, but demanded the development of entirely new and innovative manufacturing techniques. Consequently, the massive Kazan aviation plant underwent a significant upgrade and expansion to properly handle the complex and demanding assembly process. Finally, in 1981, after years of intense work, the very first prototype triumphantly rolled out of the factory, a momentous occasion. However, its existence was quickly spotted and meticulously documented by Western reconnaissance satellites, and it was swiftly dubbed the Blackjack by NATO intelligence agencies. The highly anticipated maiden flight was skillfully piloted by the experienced test pilot, Boris Veremy, and successfully validated the fundamental soundness of the design. Following this initial success, a period of rigorous and extensive testing followed, relentlessly pushing the new Tu-160 to the very limits of its capabilities, testing its performance in terms of speed, maximum altitude, and the reliability of its advanced avionics systems. The dedicated team of engineers and test pilots worked tirelessly and relentlessly to identify and resolve any remaining challenges and to further refine and perfect the aircraft's overall performance. Finally, by the mid-1980s, after years of dedicated effort, the TU-160 successfully passed its rigorous state trials and was officially accepted into service with the Soviet Air Force, effectively capping nearly 2 decades of intense innovation and development. The Soviet Union now proudly possessed a cutting-edge bomber that definitively redefined the very concept of strategic reach and power projection. The mighty Tu-160 was now fully ready and prepared for its role on the front lines of the tense Cold War. The Tu-100, especially in critical areas around the powerful engines and the complex wing pivots. The blended wing body design. Powering the Tu-160 are 4 Kuznetsov NK-32 afterburning turbofans, the most powerful engines ever fitted to a combat aircraft. Each engine delivers up to 245 kilonewtons of thrust with afterburner, enabling the bomber's supersonic dash. The NK-32's 3-spool, low-bypass design balances fuel efficiency for long-range cruise with raw power for high-speed flight. Supercruise capability allows limited supersonic flight without afterburner, reducing fuel use and heat signature. Modernized NK-3202 engines now offer even greater efficiency and reliability, central to the Tu-160 M2 upgrade. Domestic production of these engines ensures Russia's strategic autonomy. The NK-32 remains a defining feature, underpinning the Tu-160's unmatched performance. The Tu-160's primary role is as a strategic standoff missile carrier with 2 massive internal weapons bays. Each bay houses a rotary launcher, typically loaded with up to 12 long-range cruise missiles. The original Kh-55 nuclear missile has been joined by the stealthy, longer-range Kh-101 and Kh-102, allowing strikes from well outside enemy air defenses. The bomber can also carry conventional variants for precision strikes. A typical mission involves launching cruise missiles from thousands of kilometers away, minimizing exposure to enemy defenses. The Tu-160's speed and altitude provide flexibility to reposition or escape threats rapidly. Today, it excels as a standoff platform, leveraging range, speed, and payload to deliver devastating salvos. The Tu-160 entered service in 1987 with the 184th Guards Regiment in Ukraine. After the Soviet collapse, Ukraine inherited 19 bombers and a stockpile of cruise missiles. Russia, left with only a few, negotiated for their return, eventually regaining 8 Tu-160s in exchange for gas debts. The rest were dismantled, with one preserved as a museum piece. Consolidated at Engels 2 Air Base, the Tu-160s became central to Russia's long-range aviation. In 2007, Russia resumed strategic patrols, sending Tu-160s on high-profile flights over the Arctic, Atlantic, and Pacific. These missions trained crews, demonstrated global reach, and signaled Russia's resurgent military power. The bombers visited allied nations, including Venezuela and South Africa, showcasing their intercontinental capability. The Tu-160's service history is a testament to its enduring strategic value. The Tu-160 saw its first combat in 2015, launching K-101 and Kh-555 cruise missiles at targets in Syria from Russian bases. These missions demonstrated precision standoff strikes and validated the bomber's conventional role. The Syrian campaign showcased new missile technology and the Tu-160's global reach. Since 2022, Tu-160s have played a central role in Russia's air campaign against Ukraine, launching waves of cruise missiles from deep within Russian airspace. These strikes target military and infrastructure sites, overwhelming defenses with coordinated barrages. The Tu-160's standoff capability keeps it out of reach of Ukrainian air defenses. Its destructive potential and operational tempo have made it a key tool in Russia's modern conflicts. The Tu-160 stands apart from other strategic bombers with its unmatched speed, range, and payload. Its closest American rival, the B-1B Lancer, is smaller, slower, and has less range. The B-52 Stratofortress, while reliable and versatile, is subsonic and less survivable in contested airspace. The stealthy B-2 Spirit prioritizes radar evasion over speed, designed for deep penetration rather than standoff strikes. The Tu-160, though not a stealth aircraft, relies on speed, altitude, and long-range missiles to stay out of danger. It is the only operational supersonic strategic bomber with intercontinental range and a massive payload. The B-1B can't match its speed or range. The B-2 is subsonic, The B-52 lacks speed entirely. The Tu-160's niche rapidly reaching launch points to deliver large salvos of cruise missiles. It remains a powerful instrument for both nuclear deterrence and conventional warfare. In the 21st century, the Tu-160 continues to define the upper limits of strategic air power. The Tu-160, once the pinnacle of Soviet bomber design, has proven remarkably adaptable. Today, it's undergoing deep modernization to the Tu-160M standard new avionics, glass cockpit, navigation, and digital weapon systems. The upgraded NK-3202 engines and new-build Tu-160M2 airframes ensure the fleet's longevity. Russia has ordered new bombers, aiming to keep the Tu-160 viable until the next generation PAC-DA arrives. In an era of stealth and drones, the Tu-160's speed, range, and payload remain relevant. As a standoff missile carrier, it doesn't need to penetrate enemy airspace to be effective. The White Swan will continue to project Russian power for years to come. Its legacy, a symbol of technological ambition and enduring strategic might.